In a world where fame fades fast, one name has lasted longer than anyone expected. A name that transformed heartbreak into art and pain into power. This is the story of Taylor Swift, the girl who turned her diary into an empire, her dreams into reality, and her voice into a revolution. Welcome to Ico and Clives. Today, we go deep inside the unstoppable rise of Taylor Swift. Allison Swift was born on December 13, 1989, in Reading, Pennsylvania. Her parents, Scott and Andrea Swift, saw something special early, a spark in their daughter that was impossible to ignore. By age 10, Taylor was writing her own songs and performing at local fairs and coffee shops. Her dream? To become a country singer? When other kids her age were learning algebra, Taylor was learning how to play guitar from a computer repairman who came to fix her parents' computer. That one small encounter changed her life forever. At just 11 years old, Taylor traveled to Nashville with a demo CD in hand, knocking on record label doors one by one. Every single label turned her down. Most people would have stopped there, but Taylor didn't. Her family believed in her dream so much, they moved to Hendersonville, Tennessee, just outside Nashville, so she could chase it full time. And soon the doors began to open. In 2006, at only 16 years old, Taylor released her first album, Taylor Swift. It wasn't just music. It was her heart, her youth, her stories. Songs like Tim McGraw and Teardrops on My Guitar captured a new generation of fans who finally had someone that felt real. Her storytelling was honest, emotional, and deeply personal. Then came Fearless, the album that changed everything. Love Story, You Belong With Me, White Horse. Each song became an anthem for teenage hearts around the world. Fearless didn't just win over fans. It won Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards. Taylor Swift became the youngest artist ever to receive that honor. And she was just getting started. Then came the moment that shocked the world. At the 2009 MTV Video Music Awards, Taylor was interrupted on stage by Kanye West in one of the most unforgettable pop culture moments of all time. What could have ended her confidence only fueled her determination. Taylor handled it with grace, and the world watched a girl grow into a woman. 2014, Taylor Swift reinvented herself. Her fifth album, 1989, marked her official crossover from country to pop. Shake It Off, Blank Space, Style. The songs were bigger, the production was sharper, and the message was clear. Taylor Swift could conquer any genre she touched. 1989 sold over 10 million copies worldwide. The girl with the guitar had become a global icon. What makes Taylor truly unique isn't just her voice, it's her storytelling. Every lyric she writes paints a vivid picture. Every heartbreak becomes poetry. Every setback becomes a new song. From All Too Well to Cardigan, she's built an empire of emotion, one story at a time. Her fans, known as Swifties, don't just listen to her music, they live it. Behind the music, Taylor Swift is a mastermind of business and branding. She owns her publishing rights, directs her own videos, and re-records her albums to regain control of her legacy. With her Taylor's Version albums, she redefined the music industry's power dynamics, showing that artists could own their work. She's not just a singer. She's a CEO, a visionary, and a billionaire who built her fortune without scandal or shortcuts. Her success reflects in her lifestyle, a collection of some of the world's most stunning homes. From her $55 million Beverly Hills mansion to her oceanfront Rhode Island estate, from her New York City penthouse to her Nashville home where it all began, every property tells a story of ambition, artistry, and evolution. But despite the fame and fortune, Taylor Swift has stayed remarkably grounded. Often seen baking with friends, writing at night, and walking her cats through her New York neighborhood. Taylor Swift isn't just a pop star, and she's a generation's voice. Her words empower millions to express heartbreak, confidence, independence, and love. She's the first artist to ever win Album of the Year 3 times at the Grammys. She's sold over 200 million records, and her Eras Tour has become one of the most successful concert tours in history. From a small-town girl writing songs in her bedroom to one of the most powerful women in music history, Taylor Swift proved that you don't have to change who you are to change the world. Her story is a reminder that success isn't about luck. It's about resilience, reinvention, and staying true to your voice. 2016, a storm was brewing. Public feuds, online hate, and endless media drama surrounded Taylor Swift. The America's sweetheart image was shattered overnight. Her silence on social media made headlines. And for a moment, it seemed like the world had turned against her. But instead of fighting back, she disappeared. For an entire year, Taylor went completely off the grid. And when she came back with fire. Her 2017 album Reputation was a bold, dark, electric statement. Snake imagery, lyrics filled with vengeance, reflection, and rebirth. Songs like Look What You Made Me Do and Delicate became symbols of power reclaimed. It wasn't a comeback, it was a rebirth. Through Reputation, Taylor showed the world that she wasn't the victim of the story. She was the author. And behind the music, a business revolution was unfolding. Taylor began to understand that in the world of entertainment, owning your art means owning your voice. So when her old record label sold the rights to her first 6 albums, she made a decision that shocked the industry. To re-record every one of them, her Taylor's Version albums became a global phenomenon. It wasn't just nostalgia, it was justice. A powerful move that inspired artists around the world to reclaim their work. After the darkness of Reputation, Taylor showed the world her lighter side once more. Lover was a celebration of peace, love, and personal freedom. It represented healing. It represented joy. It represented a woman who survived the storm and learned to dance in the rain. Songs like Lover, The Archer, and You Need to Calm Down celebrated inclusivity, acceptance, and kindness. Taylor wasn't just singing for herself anymore. She was singing for everyone who's ever been misunderstood. In 2020, Taylor invited the world to see behind the curtain with Miss Americana, a Netflix documentary that revealed her deepest vulnerabilities. From political struggles to mental health challenges, it showed the real Taylor, the one behind the headlines. For many fans, it was the first time they realized she wasn't a superhero. She was human, fragile, emotional, and brave. Then came a global pandemic. And while the world stood still, Taylor kept creating. In 2020, she released Folklore and Evermore, 2 sister albums written in isolation. Gone were the glittering stages and flashing lights. These songs were soft, poetic, and raw. It was Taylor, stripped of all fame, sitting alone with a guitar and a pen. Tracks like Cardigan, Exile, and The Lakes reminded fans why they fell in love with her art in the first place. Folklore went on to win Album of the Year at the Grammys. Once again, Taylor made history. 2023, the Eras Tour begins, a celebration of every chapter of her career. Every album, every era, over 150 shows across the globe. Sold-out stadiums, billions of dollars in revenue. The Eras Tour wasn't just a concert, it was a cultural phenomenon. Fans traveled from around the world, dressing in themed outfits for each era. The demand was so high that ticket websites crashed instantly. It became the highest-grossing tour of all time. Taylor Swift didn't just perform music. She created a movement. Behind every success story is a fan base. And Taylor's is one of the most powerful in history. The Swifties, a global family united by emotion, art, and love. They analyze every lyric, decode hidden meanings, and defend their idol with unmatched loyalty. They've turned Taylor's albums into experiences, creating a universe of art, style, and culture. Taylor Swift isn't just loved, she's worshipped. Taylor has stood for more than just music. She's a voice for women's rights, creative independence, and authenticity. She's donated millions to education, disaster relief, and women's empowerment causes. She's mentored young artists, and through her honesty, she's helped countless people find strength in vulnerability. Over the years, Taylor's love life became a media obsession. From Joe Jonas to Harry Styles to Joe Alwyn, every relationship made headlines. But with time, Taylor found peace. She learned that love isn't something the world needs to understand. It's something only your heart can. And with that wisdom, her music grew deeper, wiser. More powerful today, Taylor Swift stands at the top of the world. She's a billionaire artist, a visionary storyteller, and one of the most decorated musicians in history. But more than that, she's a symbol of hope. A reminder that no matter how many people doubt you, your story is yours to write. And Taylor Swift's story is still being written. From heartbreaks to headlines, from teenage dreams to world domination, Taylor Swift taught the world that authenticity is the most powerful form of art. Because when your heart is honest, your voice echoes forever. This is Taylor Swift, the woman who turned pain into poetry and poetry into power. Subscribe to Ico and Clives for more stories of the world's most iconic lives.